at the casita. We're back at the house. Um, calendar Saturday. We're here with Deja. See if we can get Deja on the film. Can I switch the screen? There she is. So I got a vacuum, little cardboard pieces, but Deja's here too. um, basically, here. Let's see. What are we doing? I didn't go to market today. It's the first time in 6 months that I haven't made it to the Saturday market. I very well could have, but I was being a sleepyhead and I thought that I can change things so that way it can fit my schedule better. I recently picked up we might do a little bit of laundry today too. I recently picked up a contract job, a union job with the University of Oregon. I'll check out the Ninja Turtles. I almost bought one today, but I didn't. I did a contract where I'm a food worker for one of the venues or the burrito spot at the University of Oregon. Um, for some reason though, I've been feeling extra sleepy. I've been up until maybe 2 in the morning, but I've been sleeping up until like work time, and that hasn't been a favorite of mine. I've been wanting to adjust my schedule so I'm up at like 10, do 2 hours before work, 2 hours after work. But the idea is also because it's becoming fall and winter, it's nighttime faster, and all these other things. I'm also considering that I said I've been wanting to go mobile or mobile with the brand Serve Tea, basically, in like fun socks. Um, out of out of a vehicle that I can tour with. And I also too I have more flexibility with like, laws and vendor rules and that kind of stuff too. I believe I can sell food and beverage outside the downtown area zone, where the school by chance is as well, but not on school property. And I saw a guy with an ice cream truck, like built for nighttime, serving ice cream there. And I was thinking, a good way to get started going mobile, and a good way to get started, in case I missed the market or I want to do other days, is that I can do a setup outside of the car. My car is very rustic, let's put it that way. But I figured it's gonna be the table that matters and how it's set up more than matters. I went out with my friend here in town to go look at LED display lights and that stuff because I want to get the car um like colored or make it. Oh, hi, I got a comment. Sorry, I haven't seen it yet. Nursery, how you doing? Hi as well. Thank you for saying hi. So I was just talking about. Oops, I drop them in my plastic dishes here. Um, I was just talking about how that I didn't go to market today, but it's all good because frankly I needed a day off. So we're going to be cleaning the house and kind of talking about what I'm doing next. I was planning on um, doing like my first nighttime mobile setup out of the car, but thank you. So I'm doing pretty good. So I hope you are too. But I wasn't able to find the LED setup for the car that I want to kind of put together. So that way it's visible at nighttime. So I did get my first burn at work though. It's not bad, but it sure did make it ouch. But anywho, Sunday through Thursday, how am I gonna talk on the phone and do the dishes? We're gonna figure this out. So I have a tripod, but it doesn't fit for the phone. it goes on the camera, but I can't do live if I'm on the camera that I know of, right? So there's that. So we're just gonna carry the phone with me. Maybe I can get a phone like holder, or you guys can just kind of see me like that. There we go. That works. So let me know too if you can hear me or not hear me, because I think the idea was too is I wanted to take the day off and get some of my domestic stuff put together, and then too you get to see my threads, right? So gotta love Zelda. It's actually my PJs, but I wear them on my lazy days. And then when I went to New York for work at the time, doing Tesla, I picked this up. But anywho, usually I have the Timmy, but it's in the backpack right now, saving it for work. Um, all that stuff in the back, by the way. Let's see, dude. There we go. That's all work stuff that I'm needing to put together. I was doing. What was I doing? I was doing iced tea for the summertime, but since it's getting cold out again, and it's going to be getting cold, I want to be serving hot tea, which is fine. But then that means that I go through my inventory. Um, every week I should be going through inventory anyways. And if you have your own job or your own pop up or brand, you want to go through your inventory weekly as well. And I encourage everybody out there to, you know, develop multiple sources of income. So partly because it puts ourselves in a better situation, and partly too, we don't have to rely so much, on one particular thing. Um, Going to the Saturday every Saturday for 6 months. I'm glad, but I'm a little sad because I know what I call my coworkers, my fellow vendors there, they might be a little disappointed and sad because they seem to have a lot of fun with me. Maybe one time I'll see if we can go live while we're actually doing the booth. So I know recently I've been doing my videos particularly just on the booth and the setup, partly because I haven't been putting a whole lot of extra time into doing stuff with like the rest of work. So as far as like updating my stuff I already have, updating my instance, these are little like sandwich ones I like to have. We're washing dishes today because sometimes you just gotta kind of take life a little bit slower and catch up on your house before doing other stuff. So that's what we're doing today because I'm back at work tomorrow and it's crazy. So we feed a whole army of students. So I think frankly it's why I've been wanting to sleep more, because it's a lot as far as like a lot of students. So oh, Deja, she's been very I guess missing and wanting my attention as well. So, but I wanted to get an extra towel. There we go. Extra towel. See, I really like how much light comes in through the bedroom. And so, anywho, let me know though too what you guys think about as far as I have little buttons on the like the little thing that I have here, but I don't know what they do. But we're gonna keep on going. That's a mute button. What does this one do? Retouch. Anyways, I don't know what these ones do. But let me know what you guys think as far as like doing a mobile thing with the car and doing a nighttime setup with the tea. So I'm hoping that it'll give me more advantageous customers as far as like customers that may not go to the market, or like people that may not be available on Saturday, or they may be at the football game because that's the big thing out here, the college football games. Track and field is also another big thing out here. And so I wanted to wash the sheets that go on my tables for the market. So that's kind of like the things that we've been doing. Oh, no doubt. Jesus loves you so much. He loves you too. And I also agree. He does. He does love me. And so good show. But let's see, what do we got? I wanted to get some towels and get the fresh tablecloth to go put into my drawers that I take when I go to the market. But yeah, let me know though if you guys would think that like a nighttime, mobile tea shop would be a good idea. So I think it's a good way to be flexible and still work to my advantage. And also, but I need to do first though. That's where we're starting. I need to do it first. I haven't decided if I want to invest on getting lights like on the car, like LED lights like on the car. And also, I don't know the legalities in Oregon with that very much. But I want to um do them possibly for the table, and the very least have an LED sign that advertise like either the brand or like what I'm doing. And so, but not only do they have a college, move on, Deja, move, go. I'm changing her water. I'm doing 30 other things because that's how we roll around here, right? And so, but she sometimes thinks it's appropriate to nip at your feet. Um, I don't know why, but it's all good. And then also too, I think it has to do with attention or how much attention she wants and stuff like that. So there she is, Deja. What up? What up? Hey up. And so she says hi. There we go. But yeah, she's been pretty much at my feet since I started my job. Um, although I work from 2 to 10:30, I leave at like 1. Even though it's only a couple miles to get there. First, you have traffic. Oops. And then second, the parking. Oh my goodness. But I've been blessed that even not always do I get parking in the first lot, but sometimes though I get lucky and get parking closer than where if I would have attempted to get parking to begin with. But that's always been a thing. But since it's my first little while, I want to give the union and the university a good impression. You Plus, do the benefits and all that stuff. But then also too, I'm thinking that maybe I can work the brand or work the tea or something in the university if I work there, long enough and do well and all this other stuff. Um, I have thought about. Are we going to fill up your water dish? I have thought about just taking everything I own and cash it in, because that would be the one great story, right? Oops, a lot of water. Um, but I don't know if I'm ready for that jump yet, and then I need a way to manage Deja with everything else going on. So, but the idea is to generate 10,000 like in an account that's from capital generated from the brand, and then take out a $50,000 loan to invest into getting a rig so I can manage going on tour. Maybe having a storage unit. But I know though too, storage units, they're normally not assets. They're normally um, liabilities, ways that take money away and don't make money for you. But mm, I know too with people that have a lot of work stuff, or let's say a lot of independent companies and business owners I know use storage units to manage their work stuff, which is nice because it makes your house a complete clutter if you don't have the most extreme, most disciplined or understanding of organizing and tidy, which are areas that I definitely can work on. Partly because I've moved a lot with work and with life recently. I really haven't had a lot of chance into doing it. And then second, is developing the skills, to be tidy. Um, and then as building a brand, or you pop in your head, you're like, hey, I'm going to build a business. But then you're like, oh, you need pricing tags, you need pricing labels, you need stickers, you need retail gun, you need ink, you need stamps, you need packaging material, you need delivery material, you need um, all these other things that you don't think about. And also that makes clutter. So there's that. But, anyways, the idea is that I missed the market today. It's sad because, it's an easy way to put myself out there. Last time I was at market, the students for the university came back. That's one of my favorite toys in the universe, by the way. Check that out. That's why I have it on the wall. One of the favorite Gambit. He's a real one. But anyways, the students came back to the university, and I just got the job, as I told you guys before. But since we have new students, we have a new population. So the city I'm in basically has a new population of 10,000, 15, 20,000 people every year. It's weird. But I guess it's common for these university towns. So I'm in a university town. The population changes drastically yearly, but that means fresh faces, fresh people, and people to discover the brand. So I know some of the students, they discovered me, they found me at the market. So then they went to the venue, went to the school, and ordered the burritos there. And I know they're wanting to buy more products. So those are kind of like reasons why I want to continue, working, as far as like there's people out there that want to buy stuff, and also opportunities to be like, yeah, discovered, but also like, to have more people tell more people. Because being in my first year, although I'm doing pretty well as far as like, actually having people want to buy my stuff, is, it goes through stages, and I know it takes about 5 years to really know how a company's going to grow or be. And so, anyway, what time is it? I don't even know what time we have. It's like 5:20 maybe in the afternoon, that is. So I thought I'd take you guys, because I know I haven't posted a YouTube or a video recently. So I thought, we're just going to hang out at the house, talk a little bit that, Timmy's been a sleepyhead. He's starting a new job and new hours. So even though I get off 10:30, 11, I'm back at 11:30 maybe before midnight. I'm definitely needing to get into a routine where I wake up early, and also have a way that I can have more opportunities with the brand while working. So the flea market, unfortunately, um, even though they're doing twice a month now instead of once a month. They're off my list of things that I can do due to the fact is that they're on Sundays and I work Sundays right now. So these are other things that I'm working with because I could, just not have a job with the university. But first is I think it's an easy way to network and possibly develop skills and what have you for my own business. And then second, since I've been having my business, I quit my 9 to 5, my actual day job before um, I was working on my business. So I've been basically generating it without being employed on a W-2 form. And anyone who advises you to do your own business will tell you not to do that. And so, but at first I was like, let's go to the market, and do the Free Speech Plaza today. But then I was like, you know what? I don't feel confident enough to be ready for that. And then I was like, well, let's do a nighttime thing. And I'm open for a nighttime thing, but I feel that I haven't put the time or energy yet to have a good display setup. You know what I mean? So I want to have it well thought and configured and put together before. But then also, though, something else to consider is for some reason someone got the bright idea to rip the mailbox thing out of, like, the package thing out of the driveway. So I'm really nervous about getting packages since I'm not getting back to the house until like close to midnight. And many of us know about packages. When I was in Seattle, they had they had a tendency to walk away pretty regularly. So I feel more confident holding packages here. But the idea was that we had a postal box that was attached in concrete to the side of the road, and then some crazy person thought they would rip it out of the ground. So I don't have a place to get packages, and they don't have an Amazon out here like they do most places I've been to. They have Amazon, but it goes through the USPS, and they'll just put it on the front porch, which is great. But again, I want to make sure that I can. Then they say, people might say, "Oh, well, get a camera." I have a camera, so, but I don't have it always set up to the door, and even then, it doesn't prevent people. It just gets you a photo of them. So I don't know. I think if I was able to find the LED sign lightage that I was looking for at the store, that I probably would have tried to start tonight. And so, but until then, we're just doing dishes, and essentially too is I want to be caught up domestically and with myself, so that way the work week goes good, because that's important, especially I'm just starting. And it's easier to deal with everything I got going with the brand stuff, because that's a lot of stuff. Oops. Timber, so partly is I have all my inventory, and I have the stuff that goes with the inventory, the tables, the tent, all that stuff. It's all in the house. So we get to spend time, sorting through. I can show you guys a little bit how maybe what I've been doing. So let's see if we can flip the camera. This right here are some of the candies and teas that I have. So I do an ounce of freeze dried candy for $2.50, and it's pretty fair for, I think, a vendor price. I feel most places charge more. And then I got my QR code on the back of it right here. And then I got some instant. I got some bags of tea, the Butterfly Breeze tea. So I got the ingredients on the back. Teas for Timmy, the website, the ingredients, crafted and packaged in Eugene, brewing instructions. It's really common sense, but it's not always common. I mean, really, I should just be like, add hot water, but you'd be surprised. And then a QR code that goes to the same as the website. So, let's see what kind of instant I got. I got these ones called Blunt Element. The thing is they cost more than the ones that I make crafted. So I say I'd be charging $3, but I really been selling them for $2.50. This one's called Caribbean Queen. Part of the reason why I bought Blunt Elements is because first, I feel it fits with the Oregon. If you guys know Oregon, yeah, they're all about their blunts. But also, it had a really cool display case, and I thought I was buying the display case, but no, they just gave me these. I was like, what kind of stuff is that? And then I got some instant holder. I even got my stamp of approval on it. Look at that. And I charged $2 for these, but I guess maybe I'll start doing decals on these and make them even better. And so, but I got me. Let me show you. I got me a list of inventory. So literally by hand, I put what I got, how many of which ones. I'm showing you guys all my insider trade. Shh. All right, enough of that. But then, the chamomile, it's a little dusty, but that just goes to the bottoms, or goes to the bottom, and then the flowers usually stay, but they're pretty good. But anyways, I go through all this. Freaking, I got stuff on the table that I go through, cut and everything else. And then right here, this is stuff that I'm changing. So I got my cold drink cups that I got to get rid of. I got some display decor. I got my pumpkins. I got my stickers, socks. But this needs to get configured and changed. So, and then over here, I got my stamp. I got my, these are goodies for like sugar and sweeteners for the tea stuff. I got an instant burner. I don't know if I always need it. And so a lot of stuff that I get to go through. My sister gave me this, and I bought that at an antique store. It's an original Phillips, I think from the 60s. Pretty cool. And then my sister knows that I'm a space cadet. So there's that. So I guess even though I've been chatting for half an hour, in short, again, didn't go to market. Deja's been wanting attention. Jesus says hi. Yoda says hi. Got my table, my Cricut, my vintage lamp, my other lamp. It's a vitamin D, I think. Grumpy cat in space because we all need one of those. Webcam covered. Maybe I'll do a webcam, but then I feel I can't go mobile with you guys so much. My monitor slash TV, snake plant, computer. What else? There's a thermal printer underneath, and these are all things that I'm doing my best to organize and keep clutter free, and that way I can move them easier when I decide to do a pop up or do what have you. I got 30 pounds of tea sitting there too that we gotta put together. So, in addition, there's all that, and we doing chores because sometimes you gotta do chores. So, I'm not gonna vacuum when I have you guys on live, but if you guys want to hear me vacuum, that's fine too. Get some water. My throat gets dry. Chatting with you guys so much. So allergies too, like crazy. So I don't know if you guys can tell. But anywho, yeah, there's a lot of people I'm sure that was at the market that wanted to see me and they didn't see me. So although I don't smoke really, I bought this or I've had this for a while, but I want to show you guys. It is a hand carved smoking pipe. Really cool. So, anyways, just one of my other random things. Deja is wanting attention. She says hi. And yeah, we're doing dishes and talking and walking and talking. And so, I guess we could have some tea. What kind of tea are we gonna have today? Maybe I'll get a little cleaned up first, and then we'll do the tea. So, although I'm sure many of you are waiting for some of that as well. Um, let's see. Yeah, I start my work week again. So, as far as the brain is concerned, the only thing I've done so far is tidy some of the boxes, wash the what do you call them, the covers, because too, you don't want no stinky. If you're doing your own brand, you don't want stinky sheets. So I washed those and seeing which teas. So I sold out of Pacific Northwest. Ain't got it. It means I gotta order more, or not order it. I gotta make more. Also, another thing is I'm the one making it, so um, I'm more than happy or open when I'm eligible to start offsetting some of these things, like with a recipe that I have on files, proprietary, obviously. Even though it's not, because I put the ingredients, whatever. Put the ingredients on the bag, so only semi-proprietary. But I can literally give someone the recipe and straight make 5 pounds of tea for me and save me plenty of time. So, and then a common thing that I hear are microplastics. Microplastics are everywhere. But I hear people talk about microplastics who also drink plastic water or water bottles or whatever. And, like everything, our shampoo is plastic. The water I filter the water in is plastic. The coffee is plastic. Like everything's plastic. I think it's great that we are encouraged to reduce our plastic, but I think the amount of microplastics that get exchanged per bag of tea in comparison to everything else that we are exposed to that is plastic is very, very minimal. in comparison of ratio of everything else we live in is plastic. Plastic cups, plastic utensils, plastic, you know. If you don't have anything plastic at home, that's fantastic, but I might have to learn because I was very eco friendly before I moved to Nevada, but Nevada is not a very eco anything. Partly because they don't have to, and second because it's just a different place. Um, so I mean, they do offer recycle bags and that kind of stuff, but it's not like California. But also, there's other places though, like Japan, that have far superior recycling and what have you. But yeah, everything's plastic. I've thought about doing plastic bags for making the tea. Doing it by hand is hard to make it cost effective, and I know people like loose leaf tea. And so, anyways, these are just additional things that I've been considering or playing with, in addition to getting my market ready for nighttime or on the road. And so, and then even though I see the union job as really my moonlight, it's been taking a fair amount of energy, and I choose to learn how I move my energy around. So right now, I'm going to put more energy into that, but I'm going to, due to I have a 9 month a school year contract. I want to fulfill, partly because I want to accumulate the benefits, and frankly have the school pay for my rent, um, and most of my food apparently, and coffee. So um, it's a kind of easy way to still have positive net while being in the wintertime, where most of the vendors have um, a hard time with. So anyways, I've been on here for about 40 minutes, but I will probably go live soon, let you guys know how everything's been going. And until next time, I'll see if I know how to stop this recording. Oops, that's not it. That's not it. How do I stop the recording? Sure, there you go. All right. Bye bye.